Once upon a time, on a very quiet night, a child found something surprising under their pillow. It was a tiny envelope. The envelope was warm, like it had been resting in a pocket. On the front, there was only a little drawing of a smiling moon. The child opened it carefully. Inside was a small card that said, "Hello, I am the pillow postman. Tonight, I brought you a sleep delivery." The child blinked. A sleep delivery? That sounded strange, but also kind. Just then, a soft glow appeared near the corner of the pillow. It wasn't bright. It wasn't flashing. It was the kind of light that makes your room feel safe. The glow became a tiny hat, and under the hat, a tiny postman stepped out. He was about the size of a cookie. He wore a little coat with shiny buttons, and he smiled like someone who always speaks gently. "Good evening," he said. "My name is Poofy. I deliver calm." The child whispered, "Are you real?" Poofy nodded. "As real as a bedtime yawn." He held out a small box. The box had no writing on it. It didn't need any. It simply felt peaceful. "This box has 3 gifts," Poofy said. "Very simple gifts, very helpful gifts." The child opened the box. Inside were 3 tiny things: a soft white feather, a smooth little button, a tiny bead that looked like a sleepy star. Poofy pointed to the feather. "This is the comfort feather. Put it on your shoulder." The child placed it gently on their shoulder. Right away, the shoulder felt lighter, like it didn't have to hold anything heavy anymore. Poofy pointed to the button. "This is the calm button. Put it on your chest, right where your heart is." The child held the button against their pajamas. It felt warm, and the heartbeat began to slow down, not in a scary way, just in a relaxed way, like a quiet drum far away. Poofy pointed to the bead. "This is the sweet dream bead. Hold it in your hand." The child closed their fingers around it. It was small and smooth and safe. It felt like a promise. Poofy looked around the room as if he was checking everything. "Good," he said. "Your blanket is here. Your pillow is here. Your room is here. You are safe." The child asked, "What do I do now?" Poofy said, "Now we do the pillow postman's cozy steps." He raised one finger. "Step 1. Pull your blanket a little closer." The child pulled the blanket up. It felt warmer. Poofy raised a second finger. "Step 2. Make your pillow a little softer." The child fluffed the pillow just once. That was enough. Poofy raised a third finger. "Step 3. Let your eyes rest." The child closed their eyes, then opened them again. They wanted to keep listening. Poofy laughed quietly. "That's okay. Sleep comes slowly. Sleep is polite." Poofy opened his little mailbag. Out came a tiny basket made of cloud-soft fabric. "This is the thought basket," he said. "You don't throw thoughts away. You simply place them here until tomorrow." The child imagined putting thoughts into the basket. A school thought, a game thought, a fast-running thought, a loud sound thought. One by one, the basket held them gently. Poofy closed the basket lid. "Tomorrow will come, but not right now." The room felt even quieter. Outside, the moon looked through the window. The moon didn't stare. The moon simply glowed, like a nightlight in the sky. Poofy sat near the edge of the pillow. "Sometimes," he said, "children worry they must fall asleep quickly. But sleep is not a race. The child whispered, "What if I can't sleep?" Poofy smiled. "Then you can rest. Rest is also wonderful. And when you rest, sleep often arrives quietly." He tapped the blanket gently. "Your bed is doing its job. Your blanket is doing its job. Your pillow is doing its job." The child held the sweet dream bead a little tighter. Poofy said, "Now I will leave you with 3 soft sentences. You can think them, or you can just feel them. You are safe. You are warm. You can rest." The child's breathing became slower. Poofy stood up, tipped his tiny hat, and stepped back into the glow. The glow became smaller, and then it was gone. But the gift stayed. The comfort feather stayed on the shoulder. The calm button stayed near the heart. The sweet dream bead stayed in the hand. And the child, safe and cozy, drifted into sleep as quietly as a falling feather. Once upon a time, on a night when the sky was extra calm, a child found a train ticket on the floor beside the bed. It was a pretty ticket. It was moon blue, with a tiny star in the corner. It said, "Sleep train. Destination, Dream Station." The child looked around. No one else was awake. The room was quiet. Then, very softly, there came a sound. Not choo-choo, not loud, more like shh. A tiny train rolled out from under the bed. It was small, like a toy train, but it looked real, and it moved like it was floating on gentle air. A wise little owl opened the train door. "Welcome," said the owl. "I am the conductor. We travel slowly. We travel safely." The child stepped in. Inside, the seats were pillowy. The windows showed soft clouds and sleepy stars. Everything felt warm and easy. The owl checked the ticket. "Ah, you are in the cozy car." The child asked, "Where does the train go?" The owl said, "It goes to the place where your body relaxes and your mind becomes quiet. We call it Dream Station." The train began to move. The first stop sign appeared in the window. "Shoulder stop." At shoulder stop, the owl said, "Let your shoulders drop down. Let them be heavy. Heavy is okay." The child let the shoulders relax. The second stop sign appeared. "Hands rest stop." The owl said, "Let your hands rest. They do not need to hold the day anymore." The child's fingers softened. The third stop sign appeared. "Face soft stop." The owl said, "Let your face become soft. Your forehead, your cheeks, your mouth." The child's face felt peaceful. The train rolled on. Outside the window, the child saw gentle places. A meadow made of blankets. A hill made of pillows. A river that looked like warm milk, moving slowly and quietly. The owl said, "On this train, we do not rush. We do not think too hard. We simply ride." The child asked, "What if a thought comes?" The owl nodded. "Thoughts can come, but we do not chase them. We do not fight them. We let them pass by like clouds." A thought came, then it floated away. Another thought came, then it floated away too. The train made a soft turn. The owl smiled. "We are almost there." The windows showed the Dream Station sign, written in glowing, gentle letters. The train stopped without a bump. The owl opened the door. Outside was a place that felt like the best part of bedtime. Warm, quiet, safe. There were no loud sounds, no bright lights, only soft moonlight and peaceful air. The owl bowed. "This is Dream Station. Now you can step out, or you can simply stay resting in your seat. Either way is perfect." The child sat back, cozy and calm. The train itself felt like a blanket, and without even noticing the exact moment it happened, the child drifted into sleep. Once upon a time, deep in the ocean, two little fish lived near a coral garden. One fish was named Finn. The other fish was named Bubbles. Finn liked quiet places. Bubbles liked new places. But both fish liked one thing the most: gentle night swimming. One evening, the ocean looked sleepy and calm. The water moved slowly, like it was breathing. Finn said, "The ocean feels soft tonight." Bubbles said, "Let's take a little trip. A tiny adventure, nothing scary." Finn nodded. "A tiny adventure sounds okay." So the two fish swam together, side by side, through the coral garden. The coral looked like colorful underwater trees. But corals are not plants. They are tiny animals that live together in big groups, like a neighborhood. Bubbles whispered, "Did you know corals are animals?" Finn said, "Really?" Bubbles said, "Yes. They stay in one place and they make a home for many sea friends." Finn smiled. "That's a good home." They swam past a sea turtle drifting slowly. The turtle looked peaceful, like it was floating in a big, warm bath. Finn whispered, "Turtles have to come up for air, right?" Bubbles nodded. "Yes, they breathe air like we do. They just swim very well." The two fish kept going until they saw something amazing. Tiny lights sparkled in the dark water, like stars under the sea. Finn stopped. "What is that?" Bubbles said, "It's called bioluminescence. Some sea animals can glow. It's like little ocean night lights." The lights were not bright. They were soft and gentle. They drifted slowly and quietly. Finn said, "It looks like bedtime." Bubbles giggled. "The ocean has bedtime too." They swam a little farther and found a quiet place, a smooth sandy area with seagrass waving softly. The seagrass moved back and forth, like a slow dance. Bubbles said, "Let's rest here for a moment." Finn agreed. They hovered gently in the water, letting the ocean hold them. Bubbles said, "Here's another ocean fact. The ocean helps make oxygen." Finn blinked. "Oxygen? Like what people breathe?" Bubbles nodded. "Yes. Tiny ocean plants, so tiny you can't see them, help make oxygen. They quietly do their job every day." Finn said, "So the ocean is helping everyone." Bubbles said, "Exactly. The ocean is a helper." A soft current passed by, not strong, just enough to rock them gently. Finn said, "This current feels like a blanket." Bubbles whispered, "Currents are like ocean roads. They help move water around the earth." Finn imagined the water traveling like a calm train, going slowly and safely. Then, far away, they heard a deep sound, very low, very soft. Finn's eyes widened a little. What was that? Bubbles smiled. That might be a whale singing. Whales use sounds to talk across the ocean. Finn relaxed. It sounds like a lullaby. Bubbles said, "Many ocean sounds are like lullabies when they are far away." The two fish turned around to head home. On the way back, they passed a small cave, but it looked too dark inside. Bubbles peeked for 1 second and said, "Not tonight. We're doing a cozy trip." Finn said, "Good choice." They returned to the coral garden where everything felt familiar and safe. Finn said, "Adventure can be quiet." Bubbles said, "And bedtime can still be interesting." They tucked themselves into a cozy coral corner. The water stayed warm. The lights stayed soft. The ocean stayed calm. And the 2 little fish drifted into sleep, gently, quietly, perfectly. Once upon a time, good night.
The mermaid and her friends in the ocean. Once upon a time, deep in a calm blue ocean, there lived a little mermaid named Luna. Her hair shimmered like moonlight, and her tail gently sparkled as it moved with the waves. The ocean was her home, and she loved it very much. Luna loved the evening most of all. As the sun slowly disappeared above the water, the ocean turned a soft shade of blue. That was when Luna liked to visit her fish friends. Her first stop was a small yellow fish named Pofi. Pofi liked to swim fast, but in the evenings he slowed down and swam peacefully beside Luna. Then came Mimi, a fish with gentle red stripes softly moving her tail. And behind them all swam Bobo, a big but very kind whale, greeting them with a deep, gentle hoo. One evening, Luna and her friends noticed a soft, glowing light coming from deep within the ocean. The light was not bright at all. It felt warm and calm. They felt curious, but they did not hurry. Slowly, moving with the rhythm of the waves, they swam toward the light. Along the way, the coral gently swayed as if wishing them good night. The starfish softly shimmered and the sand quietly sparkled. Everything felt peaceful and still. At the place where the light came from, there was an old garden of pearls. The pearls glowed in the moonlight and filled the water with a gentle lullaby. Luna touched one of the pearls, and suddenly the ocean grew even calmer. The fish slowed their movements. Breathing became deep and gentle. Bobo closed his eyes. Hoffy moved his tail more slowly. Mimi floated close to Luna. Luna smiled softly. "This is the sleep garden," she whispered. "Here, everyone can rest." Together, they drifted among the pearls. The water wrapped around them like a soft blanket. The ocean grew quiet. The waves sang a lullaby. One by one, the fish slowly fell asleep. Bobo drifted into a deep and peaceful sleep. Luna gently closed her eyes too. And that night, deep in the ocean, the little mermaid and her friends slept happily, safely, and calmly. The ocean watched over them. The moon softly shone above. And everything was very, very peaceful.
Now let's slow down a little. Let our feet rest. Your eyes can stay open if they want, or gently close. Imagine this. There is a quiet, wide garden. In this garden, the flowers do not speak, but they tell many stories. In this garden, there are sunflowers. Sunflowers turn toward the sun during the day because they draw their strength from its light. When evening comes, they rest too. A little further ahead, there are daisies. Daisies are small and strong. Even when the wind blows, their roots stay firm. That is why they can grow easily in many gardens. Now let's gently bend down. Here are the tulips. Tulips are signs of spring. They bloom when the cold days are over. Their colors bring joy to the garden. In the corner of the garden, there are lavender flowers. Lavender has a very special scent. It helps people and animals feel calm. That is why it helps with sleep. And there are roses too. Roses are patient. They grow slowly, but bloom beautifully. They have thorns, but soft hearts. In this garden, every flower blooms in its own time. No one is in a hurry. No flower is the same as another. And that is what makes the garden beautiful. Now the garden grows quiet. The wind moves gently between the flowers. The leaves softly sway. At night, the flowers rest. They gather strength from the soil. And when morning comes, they wake up again. You can rest too, here in this garden, together with the flowers, slowly and peacefully. The story pauses here. The garden is sleeping, and you are drifting into a sweet sleep. Good night.